shut.
Here we go. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for working with me today, first of all.
You're welcome.
How's your day going?
Terrible.
Terrible?
Yeah.
Oh, well then maybe it'll get better after we work on some stuff together. Maybe.
Um,
All right, so remember when we met a couple times ago and you and I did some spelling words, and when I graded your spelling paper, one of the issues that you were having was with Greek and Latin root words. And we talked about what an affix was. Do you remember what an affix was? So an affix is something that can come either at the beginning or at the end of the word. And so those were in the assessment that I gave you, that's some of the problems that you were having. So we're gonna go over what Greek and Latin affixes are today, and then we're gonna do a little activity for it, okay? All right, so I have a little PowerPoint, but that I just printed it out so we can just look at the slides on paper. Is that okay? All right. All right, so hopefully by the end of the lesson, you're gonna use common Greek and Latin affixes to help determine the meaning of a word. And then in another lesson that we're gonna do, you can use common Greek and Latin roots to help determine the meaning of a word. So first, we're gonna gain some background knowledge to help us reach those objectives, okay? All right, so background on the Greek and Roman. So in world history, Greeks and Romans who spoke Latin dominated in an important time. Their influence spread to many places, from cultures and government all the way to their language. Greek is the oldest living European language and is found almost everywhere in our math, our science, and technology vocabulary. Latin is no longer a spoken language, but it is estimated that its root words in some way help form around half of all of our current vocabulary. Okay, so many English words were formed from Greek and Latin, the people from ancient Greece. So this is, if you look at this map of Europe, so this is where Italy is. Can you kind of picture where Europe is? Does this map look kind of familiar to you? You ever see how they say how Italy looks like a boot? Doesn't that kind of look like a boot? And it's kicking Sicily. So there's Italy. So Rome and Greece and Athens is where a lot of the language was formed. Many English words were formed from
Kind
Latin.
of looks like a taser.
Yeah, kind of. All right. So let's review an affixes, root, and bases. So an affix is added to a word to change its meaning. At the beginning of the word, it's called a prefix. And at the end of the word is called a suffix. And the base word is the word that remains in the middle. So if we're looking at this word right here, unhappiness, what would be the base word? What's the word that doesn't change? Happy. And then the prefix at the beginning of the word is which one? Un, and then the suffix at the end is ness, right? So then it changes the meaning of the word. All right. Base words and root words are similar, but roots are not always words on their own. So many affixes come from Greek and Latin, and knowing the meaning of these Greek and Latin roots and affixes is one way that's going to help you become a better speller. So let's look at some common Greek or Latin affixes. Just want to make sure that's recording. Okay. All right. So here's some common Greek and Latin affixes. So the prefix is co or co, and it means together. Dis means not. Non means not. Pre means before. Re or re means again or back. Auto means self or the same. Bio means life. Like, aren't you taking biology right now? So the study of biology is the study of life. There you go. Micro means small. So those are prefixes. Those are the ones that. So that just means the G or the L means if it comes from Greek or Latin.
Oh.
But that's not important for this lesson. We don't need to know those. So those were the prefixes that come at the beginning of the word. Suffixes come where in the word? Beginning or the end?
Beginning and end.
Where
Beginning.
are the prefixes, and suffixes are at the end. Okay. All right, so able or able means it's capable. Ment, M-E-N-T, forms a noun from a verb. Phone is a sound. Ist is a person who performs an action. Graph is something written or drawn. And L-O-G-Y, logy, is the study of something. So like we just talked about, biology, right? So the study of something, and then bio meant life, right? So you got that a minute ago.
Is that what that meant in biology?
Biology, yep. So bio means life, and L-O-G-Y means the study of something. So biology is the study of life. Yep. Okay. All right. That's it for the slide. Now we're going to do this activity.
Whoa.
Yeah. All right. So all the same prefixes that we just went through are listed here, and all the same suffixes. Remember, the G or the L isn't important for this lesson. So what we're going to do is we're going to answer a couple questions together, and then I'll let you work on your own.
What words means heat before?
Yep, so what words means to heat before? So let's look at any of these things that might mean before, and then we'll try to come up with the word. Pre, okay? So pre, and what are we trying to do to it? We're trying to heat it. So what's the word? Preheat. Okay, there you go. You got it. Okay. What word would mean to exist together? So what means exist? Co. And then what word are we trying to add it to?
Exist.
Coexist. There you go. You want to do another one together, or do you want to do it yourself?
Sure.
Okay. Number 3. When a plane flies itself, it is called micropilot, autopilot, or co-pilot. Well, when it flies itself,
Autopilot.
there you go. And why is that? Where did you find up there that said? How did you know that?
I don't know.
Did you just already know it from something else, from some prior knowledge? That's good.
Auto something.
Self, right? Okay. What word means not a consumer? Co-consumer, pre-consumer, or non-consumer? Non. How come? Because what does non mean? Not a consumer. Yep. So there you go. Non-consumer.
Circle.
Yep. Okay. Number 6. Explain why the suffix phone might be part of the name of the musical instrument xylophone. So what does phone mean? If you look up here, it's a suffix, right? So phone
Sound.
means a sound. So why?
Phone sound.
Well, let's answer the question. Why the suffix phone might be a part of the name of the musical
makes
instrument? It does. Okay, there you go. Because it makes sounds. Okay. Number 7. What would you call the diversity of life? Well, remember, we're going to add, this is going to be our base word. It's going to be diversity. We just want to change it with a prefix or a suffix. So what is life? Bio, right? And so how would we change the word diversity with the prefix? Where would we put bio? At the beginning or the end? Beginning of diversity. So it would be
biology.
no, we're using the word diversity. So it would be biodiversity.
Is that where they spell city?
No, I don't think so. City is C-I-T-Y. All right, so number 8, what is mineralogy? So if we know that our base word is mineral, right? Because L-O-G-Y, a study of something. So what is mineralogy? The study of what?
Life.
Well, look at the base word.
Mineralogy.
Look at
Biology.
right there. What's that word?
Minor.
Mineral, right? You know minerals like rocks and minerals. Okay, so mineralogy is the study of minerals. Yep. Okay, what word means to not agree?
None.
So if we have not agree, so we're looking for a prefix that means not, so it's dis, and then our base word is
Disagree.
there you go, disagree. So remember, the prefix and the suffix is just going to change the meaning of the base word. Number 10, number 10, words that are written alike are called homographs, homophones, or synonyms. So we want to look for something up here that means alike or the same.
Auto.
Let's see.
Auto, so something. Co.
So we don't even have that one on here, do we?
Homophones.
A phone means a sound, right? And words that are written alike. So which one of these is talking about being written?
That's weird.
Things that are written alike.
I'm thinking synonyms. We just go down.
Yeah, let's come back to that one. Well, because phone means sound, but this means that they're written alike. So I don't think that it could be that one. Oh, duh. Look at graph means what?
Pomegranate.
Yep, because graph means what? Something that's
Something
written or
written or
drawn. Okay, geez
Or
Louise.
what means to do again?
I'm sorry? Oh, there you go. What
What
word
word
means
means
to
to
do
do?
again? So does any of these mean to do something or again?
Redo.
There you go. You got it.
Again or redo?
Redo. Right? Because it's the
Like,
base
instead
word is
redo
do.
again.
Sure. But redo, that kind of means again, right? Okay. Number 12. Capable of making sense is called sensement, sensible, or sensology. So if we look at IBLE, it means capable of, right? So capable of making sense has to end in
Sensible.
IBLE. Sensible. There you go. Okay, number 13. What would you call a small crystal? A small crystal. So which one of those means small? Look at the prefixes. Any of those mean small?
No. Yeah.
Micro. And then what is our base
Microcrystal.
word? There you go. Our base word is crystal.
Is there a bag?
A bag?
A
A back. No, this is it. Number 14. How could you make the verb move a noun? Yeah.
Mint.
Well,
Movement.
forms a noun from a verb. Well done. There you go. All right, so let's just real quick go over what the learning objectives were. Was that you can use common Greek and Latin affixes to help determine the meaning of a word. So several of those you were able to get yourself. I bet if I gave you that again, you would totally be able to do it on yourself. So good job. So next time next time we meet, we're gonna go over root words a little bit, and it's gonna be kind of similar, but it's gonna look. We're gonna look at the root words, and then there'll be other questions. So it'll
All
be
of them?
similar. Yeah. Yep.